A very warm good morning to everyone. On behalf of Assam Engineering College and Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, I would like to extend my heartiest regards to all the participants for showing up early in the morning at this Assam Engineering College Department, Electronics Department. I am honored to welcome each one of you to this ATAL Academy sponsored 1 week long study development program on modeling, simulation, and fabrication of future electronics devices. Having such a diverse and talented group of people out here today, early in this winter morning, is truly humbling. And once again, I am extending my heartiest thanks to all of you for showing up here today. I would like to call upon Professor Kondorba Kumar Sharma sir. Please come to the dais. Sir is blessing the event as the invited speaker. I would like to call HOD of Electronics Department, Dr. Nobel Soikia sir. Please accompany Kondorba Kumar Sharma sir. I would also like to invite Dinesh Chandra Pegu sir to come. I would like to call Rusira Muzumdar ma'am, Assistant Professor of ETE Department, to felicitate Professor Kondorba Kumar Sharma sir. Sorry. Now, I would like to call Nobel Soikia sir to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It's really nice to have all of you here at this department because we know the teachers are the driving force of the department. So we all are teachers. A very special thanks to all of you. My special thanks goes to Professor Kondorba Kumar Sharma for taking out time to come to this place to give us company. So this is a basically event that we planned maybe around 2-3 months back when Dr. Rasi and me were sitting together and then we thought what to do, and somehow the idea came to mind because the government is also taking some steps towards this direction. So we thought that why don't we also propose something to AICT under this banner that is the Apple Academy. So luckily the event was permitted, so that's why we all are here. So we welcome on behalf of the department all of the participants to this place. And what I feel is that the event will be very informative for us. I myself will be also attending the event as a participant. So lots of efforts have been made by the coordinators to I mean, integrate special or the persons from different institutions working in different different fields, which are basically the emerging areas in this direction. So since the welcoming address, welcome is already. I said that you all are welcome to the department, and if you have any difficulty while going through the course, please tell us. We'll try to address all your difficulties from time to time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ekuri sir. I would like to invite Dinesh Chandra Pegu sir to say a few words, and he is also the co-coordinator of this FDP program. Sir.
First of all, welcome everyone, and our honorable invited guest, Professor Kondorba Sharma, and all participants, and my dear colleagues from this department. So first of all, let me convey my best wishes for the new year. And this is one of the first of the series of FDPs that the electronics department is planning to conduct throughout the year. And regarding this particular FDP, I would say that we are all teachers, I believe. Most of us are teachers, and we are primarily in the business of empowering learners. Uh, Basically, we are practicing teachers, and what really matters is the basic our primary duty is essentially about the delivery of comprehension in the classroom. And the thing is, what we have been practicing till now is it's a kind of sort of what do we call it? One model fits all kind of a delivery system that we conduct. But things have changed in the last 2 decades, and of course we ourselves are product of that model of education. But now, if you look at the learners, the new generation of learners, they are literally what? They are literally children of the internet. So they have this instant access to abundance of learning resources. But the problem is there is a kind of misfit because what we do in the classroom is it doesn't address individual needs of the student because learners are different. Learners are not all learners are equal. Some are fast learners, some are slow learners, some are visual learners, some are experiential learners, some are logical learners, and so on and so forth. So the problem is with that actually, despite the fact that we are in an era of abundance of learning resources, because if you go to the World Wide Web, there would be trillions and zillions of contents available for any stuff that you really want to know. So the thing is, it boils down to that actually in the classroom. So how can we be really efficient in the business of delivery of comprehension? So as a teacher, as teachers, we need to have a sort of a wide bandwidth in explaining of the capacity to explain things. We should be able to explain things to a fifth grader, and at the same time, we should be able to explain the same thing to, let's say, someone who is a PhD. So that's the kind of bandwidth that we really need. And this is where we as teachers, we also need to be very good learners because you cannot be a good teacher unless until you keep on learning all the time. So this FDP is essentially about going back to the boardroom, to check on yourself, to check on the latest things around. And so this is a good practice, of course, to time and in intervals we should review ourselves and go back to the boardroom and assess ourselves. And regarding this particular FDP, it's about modeling and simulation and fabrication of future electronic devices. Modeling and simulation is really important because it is one of those variables which determine the delivery of comprehension. Because among so many variables, visualization and storytelling are part of the variables that actually delivers comprehension in the classroom. So this modeling and simulation is very important when we to capture the imagination of the learners. So yeah, so I hope in this FDP we will get to know a lot of things about how to model and simulate uh, the things that we really want our students, our learners to learn, and that will really help us hone your skills as teachers. So I wish the best for you in the next few days, and welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you, Begu sir, for your inspiring words. Now, I would like to call Dr. Rasi Borgohain ma'am. She is the coordinator of this FDP, and she will be explaining the brief overview about this FDP program. Ma'am, please.
Respected faculty members of different institutions of the country, with immense pleasure, I'd like to welcome you all to this faculty development program. And now, it is a unique opportunity. It is a unique opportunity given to all of us by AICT's ATAL program, so that we are able to meet here today in this August gathering. The next few days will be an exhilarating experience for all the participants in interacting with highly resourceful speakers in this field. And it is also our desire to provide all the enthusiastic participants a platform for resource for knowledge sharing, peer learning, and vibrant discussions through this faculty development program. So I'm going to give a brief overview of the schedule. It is already with you. The first session will be the first technical session will be by Dr. Vipul Singh from IIT Indore on organic semiconductor. Then after lunch, we are having a session by Dr. Rupam Goswami from Tesco University on modeling and simulation of emerging electronic devices. Tomorrow, day 2, we have in the morning session, we have a session by Professor Sunandan Borua from Assam Downtown University on nanomaterials and their properties and fabrication process. Then in the afternoon, tomorrow in the afternoon, we have a session by Dr. Gaurav Trivedi on device simulation using TCAD, followed by hands-on session. Now these two sessions will be, we are conducting these two sessions at IIT Guwahati. We are very much thankful to IIT Guwahati, especially Dr. Gaurav Trivedi sir, for providing us the opportunity to use the lab, access the lab at IIT Guwahati. Then, and also this is a part of this program that we, according to this APAL program, we need to go to an institute of national importance or an industry. Since we do not have industry nearby, so we are preferring to go to IIT Guwahati. And on the third day, we have a session by Dr. Tanmay Datta on spintronic devices and quantum devices. And third day, after lunch, we have the same session by Dr. Gaurav Trivedi, followed by hands-on session. On 11th, on the fourth day, we have a session by Professor Abhijit Pethe from BITS Goa on implantable electronics in medical applications and neuromorphic devices. And in the afternoon, we have a session by Dr. Gaurav Trivedi on advanced packaging techniques for future devices. On 12th, we have a session by Professor Syamantamani Hazarika from IIT Guwahati on bio-inspired devices and application of IoT devices. And in the afternoon, on 12th, we have a session from industry. And on the last day, the last session will be by Professor H.S. Jatana, former scientist from Semiconductor Laboratory, Chandigarh. And in the afternoon, we have some feedback session and assessment. And there will be, you have seen there are 4 sessions on article discussion every day. These are related to the research papers provided. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you about the rules and regulations of this ATAL FDP. These rules and regulations are given by ATAL FDP only. Minimum attendance requirement is 80%. Then there will be one assessment of MCQ type. Then you have to write articles. Means you have to write a summary on the papers given in the format. We are providing you a template where you have to write a summary of some points of regarding the research papers provided. Then you have to write a report on the visit to IIT Guwahati. And at last, you have to provide a reflective journal where you have to write whatever you have learned in the sessions, some points. So these are the rules and regulations. So we are here to help you. Then at last, on behalf of the organizing committee, I'd like to thank Dr. Kalapa Kumar Sama sir for his valuable and encouraging presence. And thank you all for making our efforts fruitful by your presence and participation. Best wishes for the days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for throwing some light on the schedule of this FDP. Now, I would request to Honorable Sharma sir to come to the podium and please deliver your talk and enlighten our participants.
Good morning to you all. This specialty of this faculty development program, I found in one particular dimension. We have simulation. We have simulation modeling. The last part, fabrication. That part is the most significant part. I thought. Simply because of the fact that now semiconductor is turning out to be that fabrication part, manufacturing part is turning out to be the new domain of power play between the countries. No longer people may straightway say semiconductor came into the being and developed long back since the 1950s, but lately semiconductor fabrication, manufacturing, packaging is the uh, new domain of revolution. Countries are critically dependent on it. And as the former speakers have rightly stressed on the fact that we being teachers are the first learners. We need to learn how to fabricate, and a day will come shortly that as part of our laboratory setups, we may need to have fabrication facilities, fab labs. Fab labs are becoming very much common nowadays, and therefore, if we start to know how fabrication is done, semiconductor fabrication is done in smaller scale even, that will be great thing for us. Somebody doing research in the sensor domain, if can combine some semiconductor or VLSI technology with it and do some fabrication in the laboratory itself, that will be great. But say again, we can only dream since there are so many constraints, financial especially, because this field is uh, prohibited, prohibitively costly, prohibitively costly, very much cost centric. There are no values of funding lying in lakhs of rupees. You need to have funding in the course domain. Generally, some sort of fabrication facility can be created. Yet, we need the background, we need the capacity, we need the skill set to tell people or to convince the funding agency that we have the skill set, we have the know-how to start some very preliminary fabrication. And this sort of short duration programs turns out to be the platform where we can share our know-how. I strongly believe that the galaxy of resource persons that have given the consent to come and share their know-how, shall pass on their know-how to us all, and we all can be highly benefited for the next few days. And we ourselves, at some level, need to plan to be a part of this revolution that has been triggered in this country. And lately in our state also, government has started this process with a approval plan at Zagi Road coming up with Tata's participation. So if that fructifies in the near future, we can be also a part of that particular process. So therefore, we need to master the skills and share those with our students, with our scholars, and that way trigger a bright future for us in the near future. So, by saying these few words, I will stop here and wish you the very best and hope that your stay here will be fruitful. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Jalukbari Sharma sir, for your words. So I would like to thank all the participants on the behalf of ETE department and Assam Engineering College for showing up here early in the morning. And I believe that this FDP will be a great success since already our former speakers they have already said that we have a great pool of resource person who will be sharing their thoughts with us. And I believe this would be a great, fruitful journey for all of us. We will sail through this journey together. We will learn few new things, and definitely those outcomes will be implemented in our classrooms. Will be shared with our students, and that is why I would like to thanks. I would like to thank Kondrakar Kumar Sharma sir for sparing your time and coming down to this great department and sharing your thoughts. Thank you, sir, once again. And I would like to also thank the coordinators of this event for conducting such a beautiful FDP program. And finally, obviously, it's always the participants. And you have been, coming from the different parts of this Assam, and I have seen few participants from the outside of Assam also. And and please let me give the privilege to welcome Professor Vipul Singh sir. He is from IIT Indore, and he will be gracing this inaugural session as a guest of honor. And, and I would like to request Dr. Rasi Borgwani ma'am to felicitate Professor Vipul Singh sir. And I would like to call upon Professor Vipul Singh sir to say a few words to our participants. Sir.
So, very good morning to all of you. As I think already might have been told, so the FDP is a very unique program through which, especially the AICT and several other agencies are also simultaneously trying to, come up with various kinds of programs. And in fact, I have been part of some of the FDPs and otherwise some other programs as well. So the whole idea is to uh, to uplift the level of understanding and to make aware about the recent developments in the on the front ends of various research areas and what all is going on. So in that direction, I think it is one of the very important steps and I wish that all of you, I saw that there is a week-long program and a lot of lectures are there. So I wish all of you, take the full advantage of it and probably you will have a very nice learning experience as the program progresses. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words. I will seize a few minutes to thank AICT and ATAL Academy for believing in Electronics and Telecommunication Department of Assam Engineering College for conduction of this FDP. So they have provided all the adequate supports to us for the smooth conduction of this FDP. So once again, on the behalf of ET department, I would like to extend our heartiest thanks and respect to AICT and ATAL Academy. And also, I would like to thank you, Professor Vipul Singh sir. So you have, as far as I am informed, you have taken one overnight flight and you flew from the Indore to Guwahati and you have come down to this place. I think probably we all are unknown to you. So thanks once again for believing in us and sharing your valuable time with us. And obviously, sir will be giving a lecture in the first session in the today's in first sessions after the tea. So thank you once again, sir. And now I would like to request all the participants to proceed for a high tea, and then by 9:30 we'll be gathering at the same place, and obviously Professor Vipul Singh sir will be pressing the event. Thank you.